Hello, this is Self-Work, and I'm Dr. Margaret Rutherford. I'm so glad to have you here. I need to give you a trigger warning, however. We're going to be talking about suicide in this special edition of YGTG, or you get the gist. On the 30th of January, a young woman threw herself off the balcony of a New York high-rise and died. She was Cheslie Kryst, a name I'd never heard of until someone on Instagram messaged me, someone also in TV news who knew her. As we messaged back and forth, she told me she talked about the message of perfectly hidden depression to many of her colleagues, because needing to look quite put together comes with that territory. Cheslie, who earned a law degree and an MBA at the same time, made history as the oldest Miss USA at the age of 28. But she wrestled greatly with the pairing of youth and accomplishment. I want to read you excerpts from an article she wrote not even a year ago. When I graduated from college and opted to continue my studies at Wake Forest University, I decided I'd earn a law degree and an MBA at the same time. Why stop at 2 degrees when you can have 3? I discovered that the world's most important question, especially when asked repeatedly and answered frankly, is why? Why earn more achievements just to collect another win? Why pursue another plaque or medal or line item on my resume if it's for vanity's sake rather than out of passion? Why work so hard to capture the dreams I've been taught by society to want when I continue to only find emptiness? And last, a grinning, crinkly-eyed glance at my achievements thus far makes me giddy about laying the groundwork for more. But turning 30 feels like a cold reminder that I'm running out of time to matter in society's eyes, and it's infuriating. I couldn't get this young woman who'd so brutally killed herself off my mind. So I spent yesterday trying to learn more about her. I watched people who knew her try to discuss their grief. And at the end of one segment, and I could see that the crew was truly shaken, one man stating he'd been a close friend of Cheslie's. Someone said, "Don't forget to check on the strong people." Well, of course, I've been passionately talking about that with perfectly hidden depression, and I so agree that that's a great first step. We can't believe what seems to be. Seems is what you want others to see, what you're most comfortable with, what you're invested in other people believing about you. You can even seem to be sharing something vulnerable, all the while viciously struggling with something else. It sounds as if Cheslie was someone whose entire life had been spent focused on the best, the most, the hardest. Why not me? She wasn't just a pretty face when she was Miss USA. She was very open with her opinions about Black Lives Matter and politics. So her writing and what we know about her life offer only clues as to why she could no longer face living. I'm sad for all around. So yes, please realize depression doesn't look like the same in everyone. Realize that what seems is often not what is. Yes, ask about how strong-looking people are doing, but also realize this. Those people whose perfectionism serves as camouflage for despairing secret feelings, and camouflage that has grown heavier and heavier with time, these people aren't going to suddenly reveal themselves to you. So don't just check on strong people. First, be vulnerable yourself. Invite those strong people to do the same, and do this more than once. Do it often. And maybe, just maybe, one day they'll say, I'm actually terrified to let anyone know what goes on in my head. Check on strong people, yes, but help them and the world begin redefining what strong is. You begin redefining what strong is. That's what will help the Cheslies of the world. I offer my compassion to all who knew and loved her. Thank you for listening. Please take very good care. I'm Dr. Margaret, and this has been Self-Work.